People always say that this country is going to the dogs, and I'm going to agree with them. So today we are at one of the greatest places on planet Earth. We are at a place called Dog Beach in Huntington Beach, California. I'm Dan, and you are watching iAllegedly. Please take a second to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with all your friends and colleagues, and let's get into it. Here's a story out of Washington, D.C., and it has to do with landlords getting tenants to pay. There is a councilman, Phil Mendelson, that wants to let landlords start, filing eviction proceedings again. And the interesting thing about this is that he's saying if you have not filed for rental assistance and you have not gotten it, you should go. It's that simple. So they're giving people different, 15-day extensions. You better get rental assistance or you're done. But they want this to happen, which leads to a story out of Dayton, Ohio, which is crazy. And that is that there's a group out of Dayton, Ohio that went and got tenant assistance for rental assistance, and the tenants never signed up for it. These are people on Section 8 housing. Landlords already get rent paid, and they're using these tenants to go out and scam the federal government and double dip the situation and get paid twice. It's horrible. Tenants are starting to find out that their names, their socials, everything was used, and it's a real problem. So, is it identity theft? Yeah, I would think so, but you're going to have real problems with this because these people never applied for this money and the landlords got it. Here's a good news story out of Chico, California. Aaron Rodgers, the former quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, yes, he's leaving, he was on Jeopardy. He made some cash from Jeopardy, and he also put up a personal donation himself to where there was $579,000 of money that they donated to these businesses. 79 businesses in Chico, California got this grant money. Donut shops, small businesses, just really mom and pop places that could use the money. Really good news. One thing that you've got to look at with these grants is you've got to keep your eye open, because people think, oh, I would never get that free money. I'm not eligible for it. They give it to other people. They don't. They give it to people all the time. And Mr. Rodgers was calling people this week, himself, Zoom calling people and saying, hey, here's the money. Congratulations. But some of these people got, decent chunks of change, over $10,000. And it was nice to see, a professional athlete give back and give this money out to small businesses that are in need right now, because there's going to be a long haul getting back. Hey guys. This place is absolutely amazing. This is unlike any other place that I know of. It's a half-mile stretch called Dog Beach. This is like a big dog park, only on the Pacific Ocean. So you can bring your dog out. Dogs can roam freely as long as they follow the dog park rules and they get along with other dogs. And you pick up after all the saucy jacks that they may leave. But it's absolutely amazing. This place is just so cool, and it's basically a half-mile stretch of beach. And you can have your dogs out here without a leash, just hanging out, and it's just really friendly and great, good people, and just really fun. One thing I get a kick out of in business is how people throw around figures and act like it's no big deal. It's $1 million, it's $1 billion. How about Monday? $500 billion was lost between Bitcoin and Dogecoin in value. It's absolutely insane that these are, hedges against inflation and all this stuff, and overnight, that kind of money was eviscerated. No one's talking about this, no one's sharing this, and It's crazy. I know I'm going to get more hate mail. Dan, you don't understand. It's decentralized currency, and it's off the grid, and you don't have to worry about this, and this. Okay, let me explain something very simple. If you buy a stock, hold it a day, a week, whatever, and you sell it, and you made money on it, that needs to be reported to the IRS. Why is it that the crypto people buy and sell cryptos, and that's supposed to be exempt? Not anymore. IRS is coming, and they're going to come fast and furious for you guys. And they got to pay for the stimulus programs one way or another, and they're going to look at a lot of these cryptos. Okay, so get ready to explain every transaction. Okay, because that's coming. Share your thoughts if you disagree, which I know a lot of you do, but share your thoughts on that, because I think trouble's coming. Here's a story out of Braddock, Pennsylvania, which is a city right outside of Pittsburgh. And what we're hearing is that this, as they described from CBS Pittsburgh, downtrodden Braddock, this town has got nearly 36 people that applied for PPP loans that hit the maximum loan amount for individuals, which is just over 20 grand. So the funny thing is that these PPP loans, if you're an individual, you can get these loans. The maximum that you can request is a little over 20 grand based on $100,000 in sales. And the problem with it is that these 36 people that got this, none of them have businesses. These people do not exist. They were listed as barbers and hairstylists, and there are no businesses that represent these people's names or these companies that they're talking about. So who got the money? Who pulled off this scam? And now the police chief is involved, and he's looking into it. But again, we don't know if it's one individual, 36 individuals, how they pulled it off. But I'm shocked, because I know so many people that had difficulties that run legitimate businesses that couldn't get PPP loans, and some scammers inside of this little tiny podunk town, Braddock, in Pennsylvania, got, over $20,000 each. Absolutely insane. So if you heard about stuff like this, you got any stories like this, share them. Be happy to talk about them. Hey, buddy. Hi. Here's a crazy story from the East Coast. There is a restaurant chain called Ted's Fish Fry. Ted's Fish Fry is one of those cool joints you go to get fish and chips and fried clams and fried shrimp. And Ted's Fish Fry cannot get employees to work. They have to close over a dozen locations right now because they have nobody to staff their locations. How crazy is that? They cannot get people to work. Placed ads, can't get anybody. They've just got to close the locations down, which is absolute lunacy, okay? One thing that we talk about here a lot is grants and different programs. The states are going to start giving stimulus checks, and one thing that happened with Connecticut is going to have a program that's going to come out very soon where if you get a full-time job, you're going to get $1,000. So think about that. There are jobs out there. You can get jobs, but people don't want these jobs, which is absolutely nuts. And Ted's Fish Fry is a place that's been around forever. William Deeb, the owner, was talking about this on TV today, and it's tragic. This company has been around for over 20 years, and they're going to have to close up because no one will work there. It's nuts. Now, this leads to another thing, and that is with these online job boards and things like that, there is a tremendous amount of identity theft right now going on with these job boards. People go out and put their personal information in there, and they get hacked, they get their social, they get everything. Be really careful when you apply online. Don't let this be the excuse as to why you're not going to apply, but make sure you know where you're putting your personal information because this stuff is real, it happens, but what's happening now is the thieves are getting so much smarter, and that they are actually stealing people's identity. They're diverting tax refunds, they're diverting things like PPP money, different payments, and it's very simple. They have all your personal information. It's the click of a mouse for these criminals to take over your identity, get the tax refund early, and get stimulus checks and things like that. So be really careful with where you put your information. I was the victim of identity theft myself last week. You know, it's funny, I have a one card that I use for online purchases, very small purchases. No money in the account, ever. Less than $100. Somebody got the card. I have a feeling I know where it was from. And because there was something sketchy that was done with the card in front of me. And I think I know where they got access to the card. But there were charges at golf courses. I live on the West Coast. There were charges for 2 golf courses, $723, $724 for rounds of golf for some jackass. And the bank luckily took care of that and problem solved. But you've got to be careful with things like this all the time, because you never know. Watch where you put your information down. There are safe and secure ways to do this. Just make sure you're protecting yourself. And also, if you know people that are getting a job, go get a job right now, okay? Nothing's better than working. I wonder if the blue will come off in the water.
I don't think he does. I watched it so much.
I'm gonna finish it with this one, and there's a story out of Vox. And Vox is talking about the black box economy. And what the black box economy is, the unknown. Now think about this. Since all this started, the stock market's taken off, car prices on used cars have gone up over 10%. People are day trading stocks and cryptos. Lumber prices have gone through the roof. People don't have to pay rent during this time. And what the article was talking about was this, is that any economist, any professional, anybody who's actually predicting what's going to happen in the economy is 100% lying. They don't know what they're talking about. This is the most unpredictable situation that we've ever been through in our lives, and it's going to continue. So if you think everything's just hunky-dory and things are always going to go up through the moon, you're out of your mind. That being said, please be kind to one another. You know, I always go back to one thing, and that was this. And that is, Abraham Lincoln had a great quote where he said, you want to predict the future, create the future. Create your own opportunities. And if you do that, you're going to have everything. So good luck to each and every one of you. The email is below. Join our email list so you can get connected with us. If you want to join Patreon, sign up for Patreon. Please don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button, and share it with all your friends, family, and colleagues. And I hope you guys like these videos. Hope you enjoyed the puppies today. It was great coming out here. I really enjoyed it.